All right, so good evening and welcome back to this 21 days Yoga meditation program. Today is day 18. We are really close to the end of this beginner's 21-day course. So if you stuck with us this long, that's like keep it up, great going, and we hope you will follow with us for the rest of the course as well. If you're here for the first time, please let us know in the chat. You can send a chat message to one of our hosts, our co-hosts, and they'll assign you to a breakout room. And someone will help you catch up with everything that's been going on. So yesterday we focused on our seventh chakra, our Sahasrara chakra, and we also celebrated the 99th birth anniversary of Shri Mataji. And on Sunday, we were introduced to the Agnya Chakra, the sixth energy center here. And today we'll focus more on that and clearing this center out. So one great news we have, as you can see on the slide here, is that the next step after the beginner's course, this 21 days, is the intermediate course, which is called Going Deeper. And it's going to last from April 2nd to April 22nd. And the time will be the same, 8:45 p.m. New York time, which is Eastern time, to 10 p.m. Eastern. And what we will be doing in this course is focus more on the chakras, learn how to clear them and various techniques to do this clearing by ourselves. But it won't be just limited to those who are a part of this beginner's course. New people are also welcome to join. We will just have a separate session for them, like in a breakout room, and someone will help them go ahead with everything that you already caught up on. So that's it. And so let's meet our presenters for tonight. So if we could have Sylvia on Spotlight. We've met Sylvia before. Those of you who remember, we did the wonderful Om meditation with her. So Sylvia, it's really nice to have you back for this session. And just a quick intro to Sylvia. She has retired from government service and divides her time with family in Florida and in Virginia. She started with Sahaja Yoga in 2001, and she likes gardening and being with her new baby granddaughter. So we talked a little bit about her granddaughter last time. So today we'll talk a little bit about her love for gardening and what she likes about gardening in particular.
Oh, wow. Well, that's, just to be in touch with the Mother Earth and the process of watching things grow is so satisfying and brings a lot of beauty. And as realized souls, as meditators, we really feel a connection to Mother Earth, and it's very soothing, very clearing. So anyway, it's a lifelong exploration, never ending.
Wow, that's so nice. I might need to learn a few tips from you because I can barely keep a plant alive for more than a week.
Call me anytime.
Yeah.
I'd love
All
to
right.
help.
So let's move on, and we'll meet our next presenter, Andrei. He is from Canada, lives in Regina, Saskatchewan, and he is originally from Romania. He and his family have also lived in France and in the UAE. He works as a newborn intensive care consultant, as a neonatologist, and a subspecialist pediatrician. So, and he started his journey back in medical school in Romania. So, Andrei, could you tell us a little bit about how you came to Sahaja Yoga and how that has played a role in your life?
Well, at that time, this was 1990, right? So the Berlin Wall had just cracked open, and the Eastern Bloc was trying not to be so Eastern anymore. And amongst many things that came, there were some good things, and Saja Yoga was one of them. And we just went to a session, and both my spouse and myself were attracted by the fact that this seemed to make perfect sense. And I always felt that there has to be a theory of everything. And a few decades later, it's still holding, so we're sticking to it.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. A theory of everything. We could talk more about that in the feedback session, I guess. That's really nice. So let's go ahead and meet our live musician for tonight. Excuse me. We have the pleasure of meeting Sujata Anand, who lives in San Francisco Bay Area. She is originally from India and moved to the US 20 years ago. She is a chip design engineer by profession, but has been trained in Indian classical music and pursues it actively, and has been practicing Sahaja Yoga since 1993, which is the year I was born. So like that's a long time, at least by my standards. So we've had a lot of musicians, and so could you tell us a little bit about your connection to music and how you integrate Sahaja Yoga with music?
So when I started Sahaj Yoga, I was in high school, and I would listen to all these musicians, Yogi musicians, and I was very interested in Indian classical music. Actually, the thing is that my parents were after me to learn music, and they got me into classes, and I was just not interested when I was young. And it didn't work out, and finally, but after Sahaj Yoga, somehow I got extremely interested, and I was after them that I want to start learning. And my mom was she said that no, we've tried this before, and I'm not going to believe you. But then finally, I started learning, and it's just, I mean, I love singing, and it's been beautiful all these years.
Wow, so
Yeah.
nice. So I know you're going to talk more about your song later tonight, but could you give us a little intro to what you're going to be singing for us?
I will be singing a ghazal. So ghazal is a style, is like a poetic style of singing, and it has a little influence from, you can say, the Persian music and Indian classical music together. You
I
can
see.
say that's a ghazal style of singing, and I will be singing. I'm actually, it's my privilege, I would say, that. I'm getting to sing this song, which was composed by Shri Mataji's brother, Baba Mama.
Wow.
So I will be singing that song, and just before I sing, I will do a small translation of my favorite lines from the song.
Wow, so nice. Looking forward to hearing that, both the translation and your singing. For those who don't know, Sri Mataji's brother was a prolific poet and composer who has written many songs for Sahaja Yoga. And so, as you go ahead with your journey in Sahaja Yoga, you'll discover some of his treasures in there. But we would definitely be introduced to him tonight through Sujata here. All right, so let us now prepare for our foot soak. So we'll take a 2-minute break to allow you to get your foot soak ready. And I'll see all of you towards the end of the session. So enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you have everything ready to go. It's so nice that we get another chance to foot soak together. Foot soaking is so powerful, as I'm sure you've had a chance to experience by now. Let's begin by vibrating our foot soak water. We'll hold our left hand open to receive this all-pervading energy, and we'll use our right hand to give energy to the water. After we put our feet in the water, then we'll raise our energy and take a bandhan. But for now, we're just simply going to give energy to the water. So left hand open, and right hand is making a clockwise circle around the water to give it, to awaken the divine energies, actually, of the elements of the salt, which is the earth element, and the water. See if you can maybe feel some energy on your hands. And then let's put our feet in the water. And a really nice way to start your foot soak is to begin with yourself, which is your spirit, which resides in the heart. You can put your two hands together at the level of the heart in the center and say, Namaste. I greet my spirit. This is the part of us that is our true self. So now let's raise our energy. As we know, the right hand goes around the left as the left comes up, following the central path. And above our head, we tie a knot. Second time. We tie two knots. And let's see how we're already maybe feeling energy. And then the third time, 3 knots. And looking up is nice because it's good for this throat chakra. Now we'll keep our left hand open and the right hand starts on top of it. And we make the bandhan. Up the left side and down on the right. Up the right side, over the top of the head, and down on the left is 1. And we have 7 chakras, so we do this 7 times. Being sure to pass the hand over the top of the head where we made the knots. This brings our whole subtle system into an integrated state. And if you lose count, it's okay. You just get more protection. That's what my husband says. Okay, so let's hold our hands open on our lap for just a moment. We can close our eyes. Let's relax our abdomen, our chest, our shoulders. We can allow our head and neck to relax, and head can bend forward a little bit. In this posture, we're ready to receive the divine grace to which we are connected. When we raise our Kundalini, we are raising the energy of the source energy and connecting our microcosm of ourself to the macrocosm of the greater self, our own individual universe with the all-pervading universe. Which is full of grace and love for us, which we can feel as vibrations. That grace begins to flow down through our left and right channels after our Kundalini is awakened. And we get nourishment from within and from the unending source of this grace and love of the universe all around us. The elements of the Mother Earth help in this process, especially the Mother Earth herself, which is reflected in us in our first chakra, below our Kundalini, below the sacrum bone, the chakra that we sit on, actually. This is our earth element. To help clear and ground it, we can put our two hands down towards the Mother Earth now. Oh, Mother Earth, please let me feel your grounding power in my first chakra, in my Muladhara chakra. Please give me the gravity and the groundedness. So the Mother Earth element works in tandem with this beautiful grace that flows down through our left and right channel, because the Mother Earth helps to remove any obstacles that may be impeding the flow of that grace. And let's bring our right and left hands now on our lap. Our hands are open and our attention is still above our head, where we tied those knots and where now the flow of grace is flowing through the left and right channels. Our second chakra is below the navel. Let's put our hand in the center of our abdomen, just below the navel, the right hand. Left hand stays open. Now we're requesting this flow of grace just by the position of our left hand and our right hand to enter our second chakra, the Swadhisthana. and the water and the salt element, of which this chakra is partly also made, work to remove any impurities here. The third chakra is mostly comprised of the element of water. Let's bring our right hand to the navel, just up a little bit. Left hand remains open. And here we ask our Mother Kundalini energy, O Mother energy, please purify my Nabi chakra, the number 3 chakra, and allow any impurities to be sucked out into the foot soak water. Now let's bring our right hand to the top of the stomach, just under the rib cage. This is one of the positions of our self-mastery. Which is contained in the void, which is around the Nabi chakra. And is the ocean of illusion, where we learn through trial and error what is best for our true self, for our spirit, what is best for our own evolution, personal evolution. O Mother Energy, I am my own master. After the foot soak has cleared the first 3 chakras, which are made of the same elements as the foot soak water itself, the Kundalini has an easier time rising higher. Let's bring our hand on our heart. Again, the right palm on the center heart, on the sternum bone in the center of the chest. And we use the air element to clear this chakra. So let's take a deep breath and hold it just for 3. And then let it out, 3. And keep it out for 3. Let's bring it in on the count of 3. Keep it for 3. Release at 3. And keep it out for 3. Let's do that a few more times at our own pace, and then let our breathing return to normal. It's so beautiful when the heart begins to clear. Everything begins to settle down. Let's raise our hand up now to our throat chakra. We learned that this is the chakra of sweet speech and diplomacy, and feeling connected with everyone else, because we're all made the same way. Oh, Mother Energy, I want to feel that I am part and parcel of the whole. Please give me the witness power that I don't react, that I enjoy all of life as a play in which I am part and parcel, but not a reactor. More of an observer and an enjoyer. And then let's bring our attention to the Agnya Chakra in the forehead, which is the chakra we'll mainly be working on and learning about today. Let's bring our right hand across the Agnya and keep our left hand open again. And here, let's use, excuse me, firstly, the affirmation, I forgive. I forgive is the affirmation that relaxes the thoughts from the past and the future and allows our attention to come in the center, in thoughtless awareness. And today we'll work to reduce those pressures from the past and the future a little more. But for now, without thinking of anyone or anything, let's just say, I forgive, with full sincerity, knowing that this will help relax our attention into the present. And then let's bring our head to the back of our head, the back of the optic chiasm, and we'll look up a little bit. Keep the left hand open. And here we'll just say, Oh, Mother Kundalini, if I have made any mistakes against my true self, please forgive me. To err is human, and to forgive is divine. And this energy is a divine energy. So you can always call upon it for boundless forgiveness. Now let's bring our right hand above or onto the top of our head, which we know is the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Just let our attention come here. Oh, Mother, please allow me to enter the state of thoughtless awareness. And bring the hand straight up. And feel the space between your head and the hand. Without any judgment, just feel it. Now raise the hand a little higher and allow your attention to expand. We can bring the right hand down, open on the lap now, and bring the left hand out. And feel the space between the head and the hand. This is the place of the Om. Let's just silently hear it. Later we'll use it a little bit more. Within ourselves, just say Om. Allow the Om to come up to the top of your hand. Om. And then keep your attention where your hand was. Bring both the hands down. Keep them open on your lap. Watch your attention above your head. Without effort, but just watch. And then when you're ready, slowly open the eyes. And with our attention up there, above our head, where the central channel has brought our attention, we're going to reduce some of the pressure from the left and right by using some simple hand movements. Bring our central channel up with our two hands, just straight up. And then cross the hands in front of the forehead and bring the left and right down to the foot soak water. Bring up the central channel again. Bring it all the way up. And then bring down the left and right to the foot soak water. Again. And as we do this, we're helping reduce the pressure of the left and right and helping the grace to clear out our left and right channels. Bring down to the foot soak water. And then let's just shake our hands out over the water. This is a good time to rinse out now. So we'll take our clean water, fresh water, and let's rinse and dry off our feet and keep our attention up there where we felt the Om the first time. Now, before we push, we're going to push the water aside, but let's give the water again a bandhan. It's just a way of sealing it off after it's absorbed all this energy. We'll throw it out into the WC later. So keep the left hand open and just give a clockwise bandhan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over the water bucket, and then you can push it gently aside. And then let's return with our feet flat on the ground. And we're going to continue our work with the left and right channels. So today, in the last Tuesday, actually, we were together, which was just a great day for me. And we worked with the Om, which is the sound of the Mother Kundalini. And she makes a different sound in each chakra. When she comes here to the crown chakra, that bija mantra Om, which means seed, helps to open this crown chakra. There are two other very helpful seed mantras, bija mantras, that help reduce the pressure that we've seen on the chakra chart now a few times of the ego and the superego, which are the terminus of the left and right channels. So we know that the left channel comes up the left side to the forehead and then crosses over to the right. So left comes up, crosses over to the right. Right does the same crossing. Right comes up the right side, comes to the forehead, crosses over to the left. The right side apex is called the subconscious or the superego. This is the storehouse of our memory. It's the apex or the ending point of the left channel, which is the channel of our desire, we know that, and existence. And the bija mantra to cool down or to reduce the activity of the superego, the superego, which is also the subconscious, is the word hum. Hum means I am. The heart is on the left side. So if you get confused, I am comes from the heart. This is our spirit, and also our existence is in the heart. So hum or I am is for the left side. So let's try this. Let's keep our left hand open. Our attention is up here where we felt the Om, but we're going to reduce the pressure of the subconscious. Thoughts come to us from the past or the subconscious and the future. They come to us from the left side or the right. The left is the past. So the hum reduces the pressure of the thoughts from the past. So holding our hand here, let's take a breath. Hum. And all we want to do really is just feel the reverberation, the vibration here. Breath. Hum. And again, hum. Now let's put our hand down, close our eyes for a minute, and just observe what's happening now on the right side of our brain. Just feel the result of our bija mantra. Now there's no set number of times for using this bija mantra, hum, but we just started with 3. But now we'll turn to the mantra that helps us to reduce the pressure of the ego. The ego travels up the right side, travels up the right side of our body, crosses at the optic chiasm to come over the left ear. So this is the ego. And the bija mantra is Ksham, K-S-H-A-M. So we say it all together, Ksham, Ksham. So let's try this. Our right hand is open. We can close the eyes, take a breath, and Ksham means I forgive. It means I forgive, and it also means you are. So if we have I am, then we also have you are. You are means we recognize our relationship to the divine. It makes us a little bit humble, saying, okay, I am, but there's something greater, a greater part of me, which is above my ego, which I forgive to reduce, and that is you are. So it's a relationship recognition with the divine energy. Ksham means I forgive and you are. So keeping our right hand open, let's use the Ksham bija mantra. Breath. Ksham. Breath. Ksham. Breath. Ksham. And now let's put our left hand down and just feel whatever we feel, what is going on as a result of the use of these 2 mantras, bija mantras. In a moment, we're going to listen to a video that was done by some Sahaja Yogis.
Sylvia, sorry to interrupt here, but because we are running short on time, maybe we could just skip to Shri Mataji's talk and then we can come back to this video perhaps later during the feedback session, just in the interest of saving time. That's it.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Great. Let's do that. Okay. So then, with the pressures here reduced a little bit, our attention is much more clear, and we can listen to Shri Mataji discuss that once we get beyond the mind, we can recognize really mind is a myth. So please enjoy, and then later on, we can maybe come back to working with Ksham. After the video, you'll be greeted by Sujata, who has a musical offering for you.
The mind about which we speak and depend upon is a myth. There's nothing like mind. Brain is reality, not the mind. Mind is created by us reacting to outside. Either we react to conditionings or to our ego. Thus this mind is created like bubbles on the ocean of reality. But that's not reality. With this mind, whatever we decide, we know is very limited, elusive, and sometimes shocking. The mind always moves in a linear direction. And because there's no reality in it, it recoils and boomerangs. Thus, all the enterprises, all the projections so far we have done, it seems come back to us. Whatever they discover comes back to us as a big destructive power or a very big shock. So one has to decide what to do, how to be out of this trap of our mind. Kundalini is the solution. When she is awakened, she takes you. With that awakening, she takes you beyond your mind. The first thing is to go beyond your mind. With mind, you will do many things, but it will not be satisfying. It will be not a solution. It will not help. And when we start depending too much on our mind, we develop all kinds of physical, mental, emotional problems. Now the latest is the stress. Stress, and this stress has no solution, they say. But in Sahaja Yoga, we find the solution by crossing over this mind. It's like a barrier for our advancement. So, when you get your realization, you must understand that your Kundalini has taken your attention beyond the mind. Now, this reaction to outside has come because we human beings have a prism-like brain, or we can say prism-like skull. And when the energy passes into it, I have explained it in my books, it goes into bifurcations, or you can say refractions, by which our attention goes out and we react. If we react too much, then these bubbles create a very horrible mind which can lead to any kind of thing. It justifies itself, it pampers your ego. The ego and the conditioning that creates this mind start using and this mind for the purpose of their fulfillment of their all the accumulation of ideas and thoughts which has no backing, which has no reality with it. It's like we make the computer. Ultimately we become slaves of the computer. We make the watches ourselves and then we become slaves of the watches. That's how it dominates human beings. And when a person who has a very strong mind decides to destroy like Hitler did with some idea, he can go on destroying, which has a very far-fetched effect on our culture, on our spirituality. Now the first step is to become thoughtlessly aware, where you cross your mind. You go above your mind. Mind cannot affect you. This is the first stage, as we call it, thoughtless awareness. Second one is where you start seeing the working of this Parama Chaitanya, of this all-pervading power, and you start becoming aware that there is a lot of truth in what Mataji says, that there is this power which works out many things. It works miraculously so many things for you. It gives you blessings, it guides you, it helps you. In so many ways it helps you. It gives you good health, good wealth, and also a very good society of very beautiful people in the collective. All that you can see clearly is happening here. Now this happening of achieving thoughtless awareness is very simple and easy. But to maintain at that point is difficult. We still react and we think. Anything you see, you react. To get to that point in thoughtless awareness is first to change your attention. Now, for example, once we were climbing a very high mountain to see one temple called Palitana. Myself, my son-in-law, and my daughter. And we were really tired because we had to climb I don't know how many steps. And when we went up, we were tired, and there was a little canopy made of beautiful marble carving. So we just laid down there. They were very tired, and they said, "What is this kind of a temple?" Grudging. While I looked up and I saw lots of beautiful elephants were carved. So I told my son-in-law, "Look at these elephants. They all have tails of different types." He said, "Mommy, they are all dying. How can you see the tails of elephants?" But if just to divert their attention from that tiredness, I told them that why not see these tails of the elephant, which is very different. So what happens that when you are putting your attention so much to outside all the time, then you must first of all also divert your attention. For example, you see these beautifully made things here. Your attention is something else. Just try to enjoy the beauty of that. See, there are beautiful carpets. Just look at them without thinking. Because they don't belong to you, so no headache. They belong to somebody else. It's very good. Otherwise, if it belongs to you, you start thinking, "Oh my God, I've spread them here. What will happen? They have to be insured," or some sort of a thing like that. That's common human reaction. But if it doesn't belong to you, you can watch it nicely. Now you watch it and don't think. You'll be amazed when you see the beauty that is put inside this. You see the artist who has put his joy, his exuberance into it. And you'll be amazed after realization that this exuberance will fill into you and a cool kind of a relaxation will come into you. And this Kundalini will rise and you will become steady in your thoughtless world. So whenever you look at anything, look at any beautiful thing, even say today's election, just watch the man who is elected. Watching him itself gives him blessings, gives him better ideas. You get also ideas which are coming from reality, which are there. How to make this man a successful person, or this country a successful democracy. All these things happen when your attention is diverted from criticizing, from reacting. Just you watch, become the witness, try to witness of it. It's not so very yet practiced. So far I've seen that whenever even we get our achieve our realization, we don't realize that we have to witness it. When you start witnessing through your spirit, then you don't see the bad points of another, but you see the good points. You just pick up the person with very good points. See, so once you see that, the witness state enlarges and you start enjoying another person. You start enjoying everything that is there. Even a small blade of grass you can enjoy.
Let's continue to keep our attention inside. Keep our hands open. The song that I would be presenting, this was composed by Shri Mataji's brother, and this expresses gratitude towards her for the great work that she's done in emancipating mankind. And the song also describes the joy of self-realization, of how joyful the life's journey becomes for a person after his self-realization. I will translate a few lines that I loved in the song. So the chorus of the song says that don't be mistaken by this person who appears simple and meek because she has contained within her the greatest joys of the universe. That's the chorus. Every particle or every fragment which was dull and meaningless has come to life now, and it is full of radiance, and in fact it's become it's become a source of light just by her mere presence. In Sahaj Yoga, we have seen a lot of people have experienced a complete transformation, especially of their hearts. Someone who has been, stone-hearted, suddenly after realization feels so much love and compassion that was in them that's now flowing. So he compares her with, you can say, like the Midas touch. So anything that she touches has become gold. So the transformation of a heart from stone to gold. And then finally, he says in the last paragraph very casually that I have an invitation to go to heaven, but I'm going to postpone it because wait, the heaven is here on earth. Let me enjoy my life here first, which is I have the joys of heaven here, and then I'll deal with that invitation. So let's keep both our hands open and our hearts open as we listen to this composition, because maybe we might feel that joy that he's put into the song. We could probably feel that. वो जो सामने सहमी सी बैठी है, वो जो सामने सहमी सी बैठी है, दोनों जहाँ को समेटे बैठी है, वो जो सामने सहमी सी बैठी है, दोनों जहाँ को समेटे बैठी है, वो जो सामने। हर जर्रा पुरनूर नजर आता है, हर जर्रा पुरनूर नजर आता है, हर जर्रा 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 हर जर्रा पुरनूर नजर आता है, तेरे दिल में समाए जो बैठे हैं, वो जो सामने सहमी सी बैठे हैं, वो जो सामने। क्यों ढूंढ जो सामने, जो साथ नहीं गिरफ्ते तार की में, जो साथ नहीं गिरफ्ते तार की में, क्यों मांजुम भी हुजूरी में आ बैठी, वो जो सामने सहने से बैठी है, वो जो सामने। क्या नशा है, कैसा है ये जानी खुमार, क्या नशा है, सागमा गमा सारे गरे, धनी रे सा धम धसा, नी रे मा ग गा मा धा, गा मा नी धा, गा मा सा नी धा, गा मा रे नी धा सा, गा मा धा। क्या नशा है, कैसा है ये जानी खुमार, क्या नशा है, कैसा है ये जानी खुमार, जाने क्या क्या वो हमको पिलाई बैठे, वो जो सामने सहने से बैठे हैं, वो जो सामने। ये अजूबा नहीं वो है ही ऐसी पारस, ये अजूबा नहीं वो है ही ऐसी पारस, पत्थरों को भी सोना बनाए बैठे, वो जो सामने सहने से बैठे हैं, वो जो सामने। जाना जन्नत मुल्तवी कर दिया बेलोस, जाना जन्नत मुल्तवी कर दिया बेलोस, जाना जन्नत 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 जाना जन्नत मुल्तवी कर दिया बेलोस, जाना जन्नत मुल्तवी कर दिया बेलोस, वो महफिल यहीं पे जमाए बैठे, वो जो सामने सहने से बैठे हैं, वो जो सामने सहने से बैठे हैं, दोनों जहाँ को समेटे बैठे हैं, वो जो सामने, वो जो सामने, वो जो सामने, वो जो सामने, वो जो सामने। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Sujata. That was superb. Let's have Mataji's photo on screen if we can. So let's look at her and let that immense love that's flowing from her photograph flow inside. And that love will gently melt the iceberg of our conditionings. And that love, though is the softest thing, will slowly dissolve the rock of our ego. Just as the water, who is the softest thing, always vanquishes the stone without getting hurt in the process. We have to allow that. And once we've received that love for a little bit, as things open up more, we can let our eyes close when they feel like closing. And go into ourselves. We are the flow of our mother energy. Let's gently go inside more and more and feel that deep in our spinal cord. If there are too many thoughts coming, we can briefly open our eyes and look at Shri Mataji's red mark on her forehead and wave them goodbye, and then we can close back our eyes. Oh, Mother, please dissolve us fully in the ocean of your love. Let's put our right hand on our heart, on the left side, on the physical heart. Mother, we are not this body. We are not the mind. We are beyond attachment, relations, possessions, beyond matter, time. We are the pure eternal spirit, eternally enjoying the divine play. Oh, Mother, let us forever enjoy the flow of divine love through our heart. Please awaken the kingdom of our heart in our brain. We can put the hand back down and enjoy for a few minutes. Very good. We can gently open our eyes and thank Shri Mataji for this wonderful flow of love and raise our Kundalini and take a bandha. Vivek.
All right. Thank you so much, Andrei, for that beautiful silent meditation. And thank you to Sujata for her wonderful singing, melodious voice. And thank you also to Sylvia for her meditation. So before we move on to the feedback session, as usual, we have a few announcements to make. So this is the link for the website and the WhatsApp group, and our team will share it with you in the chat. If you haven't yet joined the WhatsApp group, it's highly recommended that you do. And please do check out the website. All the resources are under this tab called See All Resources. So you can just go and click on it, and that should be all the information that you need, all the handouts that you need are there. The recorded sessions of all the days that we have done meditation so far are also available, but not under the resources tab. They are a bit up in the sessions section. Okay, so let's look at what we are going to be doing tomorrow. So we have completed a very preliminary introduction to the chakras. And so we are going to be taking the meditation a bit forward this time. And tomorrow we are going to be seeing how our subtle state connects to our daily life and patterns of behavior. So that's going to be interesting. And we'll focus more on the silent meditation tomorrow. So again, to remind you, we have the intermediate session, the next set of 21 days program that is meant mainly for people who have already done the beginner's course, so they have some idea about what will be the basics of Sahaja Yoga. And we will learn more about the chakras and clearing techniques in this intermediate session, which is also going to last for 21 days. So we are starting this on April 2nd. And don't worry, we will send you all this information on the WhatsApp groups and possibly through your email also. We'll keep you updated. We are going to be taking a break for 1 week after this program ends. So the 21st day is the Friday, and Saturday we have a workshop. And then after that, there's going to be a week-long break, and the Saturday next week is when we're going to start this. So we hope that during this week-long break, you just don't forget that something called Sahaja Yoga meditation exists. It's a time for you to do some homework and try to see how you can put this meditation into practice in your daily life, because the whole point of doing the 21 days thing is so that you get to start building a habit. And so we hope that this break will give you the necessary time needed to actually put in the effort yourself and do your daily meditations in the morning and evening. So we have the Spanish breakout rooms as usual. If you speak Spanish and would like to be assisted in Spanish, please let us know in the chat and someone will assign you to the Spanish breakout room. All right, so now we'll begin the main feedback session. As usual, if you would like to get your questions answered on a one-to-one basis, or you would just like to work on your chakras with another Sahaja Yogi, please let us know in the chat. Again, don't raise your hand because that confuses us. If you want to speak up during the live session, raise your hand on Zoom, and we'll get to you. So let's begin. Let's have our presenters on spotlight, and we'll start taking questions or just listen to your experiences. All right, Anju, please go ahead. Could you turn on your video, please, so we can see you? We also need Andrei on spotlight, if that's possible. Andrei, could you turn on your video, please? Anju, you might have to unmute yourself. Yes, please go ahead.
First of all, I have been doing this Sahaj Yoga since day one.
Okay.
And I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
First time, like never in my life, I did like this Sahaj Yoga practice. Like, I read and all that. I didn't even think that this way you can work on each and. So now my question is like when we do on our own meditation after this thing is over, or when we are doing on our own, so we have to work on, how do we do? Like we have to work on each and every chakras while doing the meditation, like 7 chakras, or just.
That's a good question. So Sylvia, could you help us answer this question? What should seekers do for their daily meditations at home during the week that we're going to be taking a break?
Right. Hi, Anju. Yeah, great question. A very good question. I think a lot of people have that question also. So, no, you don't. Actually, just to add a little flower to this answer, Shri Mataji once said, all you need for meditation is a heart. So, of course, we put more information. She gave so much information as well. So the basics are, when you sit down to meditate, of course, you have your place that is very special. And then you raise your kundalini and you take the bandhan. And then you sit with your hands towards the photograph. It's very good if you have a candle to help wake the left side, the desire. And you firstly often you can put your hand on your heart or attention to the heart. And with the goal of bringing our attention here. But really, the main thing is that your attention becomes united automatically with the mother kundalini. Because by raising kundalini and taking the bandhan, you're inviting her to do the work that she was made to do in you. And you just want to cooperate with her and feel her. So with your hands open, you can pay attention. Is one hand cooler or warmer? But to begin with, the first few minutes, if you can, just enjoy the movement of the mother kundalini and begin to settle down into your heart. That is where the meditation takes place. The silence begins in the heart. And when kundalini comes up and touches the heart, she brings that silence to our brain, as Dr. Andrei so nicely brought it to us tonight. So, and then after 5-10 minutes, or maybe you feel you have time, you want to stay more with it. But when you feel ready, then you raise again your kundalini and take a bandhan. So I would say that's the simple basics that you'll never go wrong. never, if you go with that.
Sylvia, so could we do like a demo meditation, just for 2 minutes or something, just to highlight all these steps, because we all learn by doing rather than by trying to remember information. So
great idea, Vivek. I really forgot this is such a great technique we're doing. Okay. So we have our beautiful space. So let's raise our kundalini together. And many times I personally love to bring my hands together here. Namaste. I greet my spirit. And then let's just hold our hands open on our lap. Our hands are actually before the Mother Kundalini in the sacrum bone. And we can just offer our desire that, Mother, I just want to meditate. I just want to be one with myself. We can bring our right hand to our heart. Oh, Mother, please give me that oneness. That oneness with myself. Now let's bring our hand gently to the top of our head. Mother, I want to feel the meditation state. Please bring me into the meditation state. And we can hold our hands open again on our lap with our attention above our head. Enjoying our oneness with ourselves. And then when we're done, again, we can bring our hands to our center heart. Namaste. Namaste. And when we're ready to end our meditation, whenever that may be, when we're feeling satisfied and connected, we raise our Kundalini again. And take the bandhan. Soothing out the energy fields of each of the chakras this way. Bringing balance and protective rainbow around us of vibrations.
All right. Thank you so much, Sylvia. And I hope, Anju, that was a good demonstration of what you can do at home.
Yes, thank you very much. I enjoyed it. It's simple and easy to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Patricia, please go ahead. Would you mind turning on your video, please? Patricia?
you. Thank you for calling on me. I can't stay long. I have to go to sleep soon, but
Fair
I
enough.
have a sore right shoulder, and all of this back and forth so many times is making it even more sore. Can I do it with my left arm? Would it make a big difference to use the left arm?
Dr. Andrei, what do you say? You are muted.
Well, I mean, it's really not a medical thing. The reality is, we do what we can, right? So sometimes a little bit of an abbreviated motion, right? We do what we can with our hands, and with our attention, we sort of complete the rest of the motion, right? And I would say that's probably the first thing to try and see how it feels, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about how it feels. We can't totally replace the left hand with the right, kind of, because it's the action side that has to do the action. Now, this being said, the divine knows what we're trying to achieve. So yes. I'm sure that if we really would have a serious problem with our right hand, it'll be totally fine to do it with the left. So this is, obviously there is there's layers of representation, okay, of delegation from the divine to the grosser side, which is our body, right?
Yes.
So any layer can be delegated back, right, towards the subtle side. So let's not make too much of it, but if we can do a little bit of the right hand, that's cool. And if not, well, try the other one, whatever. Like we're not gonna kill ourselves doing bandhan, no, for sure.
Excellent. I'm happy to hear that. And I want to thank you all so much for tonight. Your, whether it's tone of voice, your way of speaking, your the slowness, thoughtfulness of it, I really felt tremendously more moved tonight than I have so far. And you're singing too. I don't always love the singing stuff because it's so different from what I'm accustomed to and I normally listen to. But I loved your voice, and I loved the music and the song, and I really appreciate that. I also got a lot of sensation for the first time in my hands, which is exciting. And yeah. I'll let you go. Just one more question. Thumbs are creativity.
Yeah.
Was I being moved by your creativity?
There are a few things, not just creativity. There's a few things packed in there.
Okay. Because I was just listening, not being creative, and you were being creative, and my thumbs started really, so just very exciting and very grateful.
Yeah, and Sujata, would you mind explaining why that is?
So I mean, if you are feeling vibrations on your thumbs, then maybe your Swadhisthana chakra was getting the vibrations. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, it was
wonderful. No, definitely. Actually, Patricia, so if you listen to creations of people in whom this awakening has taken place, often your own subtle system reacts to it much better than it does to other people's creation. So it does not really have to do much with the genre of music, as opposed to as much as the person and the intention with which they are singing it. So the composition tonight, the person who sung it, everything played a role in that, and that's what you were feeling on your thumbs. That it's a divine creation. That's why you feel it there. And do you mind sharing what you felt on your thumbs? Did you feel like a cool breeze on your thumbs, or what was it?
No, it was a throbbing sensation, but not in a painful way.
I see.
Tingling, throbbing.
Okay. Yeah, and many times actually, if our centers are a bit, under stress, or like if they are facing some problems, and then we listen to some for example, the second center, which has to do with creativity, and then we read something or listen to something that evokes that energy within us, then as it begins to clear, sometimes you may feel that throbbing sensation because it is working on your subtle system to clear it out. So that might have been something that you felt, perhaps.
I'm very happy about all of it, and I really appreciate the time that you all are taking to share this with everyone.
Well, we appreciate you coming here for this is day 18. You've been here since the start, so it's really great of you to come for all these sessions.
I've missed.
Sujata had something to say.
No, I just wanted to share, just coincidentally, just before this meeting, like I think about an hour or so before, I happened to speak to someone. I had called him for something else, and I was just telling him about this song that I'm planning to sing, and he said, you know what, I was there when this song was composed. So it was... what a coincidence, and so beautiful. And he said Shri Mataji was sitting, and she was very quiet, and her brother was there, and he was also there at that time. And then he just jokingly said, started saying these lines, you are sitting meek and quiet, but you are giving us the greatest joys. And then she was laughing, and he said the time when it was being composed, it was just spontaneously happening, and she was so much in... she was laughing, and, she loved it. So I think that probably that joy we felt. It was nice to know that. What a coincidence that I never knew this, and it just happened just an hour before. So yeah, I wanted to share that with everyone.
Well, maybe it affected your presentation and your delivery, because it was just really exquisite.
Thank you.
So nice.
All right. So, Patricia, is there something else we can help you with tonight?
No, thank you.
Right.
I will see you next time.
All right. Sounds good.
Tired now. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right. We have Bina next. Bina, please, would you mind turning on your video?
Thank you so much for today's session. It was really something different. I don't know, like I've been attending from day one, and Sylvia was, as usual, very great. Sujata's song was wonderful, as she shared that she just heard 1 minute before, like 1 hour before that. It was, maybe you all guys brought so much energy. Like I could feel it so much today. And I have a question to ask Dr. Herbert, that everything, all the illnesses we have, like diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, whatever latest lifestyle medical diseases, so it can go away with meditation?
Well, I mean, this answer could take about 2 weeks. Now,
I don't want to live on any...
How much time you have? Okay, I'm just going to say 3 things about it.
Okay.
So number 1, almost everything gets better as chakras get better. So that's 1. Secondly, the body is not eternal.
Yeah.
Right?
Agree.
The spirit and the kundalini and some part of the essence of the chakra, those are eternal. These are the eternal us that endures as long as the divine endures. The body has a beginning and an end, right? So this is also truth. Third part of this is, yes, there are certain things which can go away completely, depending on the person, circumstance, and all of that. And sometimes things that look really mild don't change much. They get a little better, and that's all. And things which are really bad, they go away fully. And that cannot be told from the beginning. Every person, circumstance, chakra, desire, size of pipeline, and all of this are different. But
genetics also,
anything from this end to that end has all been seen, experienced, done.
Agree. I know, but genetics are also right.
I'm going to just say these 3 things to
no,
and
my
we'll keep the other 2 weeks for further down in cycle number 8, right, Vivek? I think that's in cycle number 8, right?
Yeah, probably. Cycle. But Bina had a question about something about genetics as well.
I'm just saying, you know what happened? I don't know, in India, we never heard about so much about this diabetic and blood pressure. Maybe nowadays it must be there too. But everybody grows up to healthy, happy, and they were busy doing work and doing social, whatever it is.
Well, you see, I mean, these are right side diseases,
genetics.
Right?
Here they talk about genetics, that you cannot, like South Asians and people with different origins, they are number one in, South Asians are called number one in diabetes. And also I was thinking, meditation can really help, it's a beautiful way to calm down yourself if we get stressed out. But the weather is another thing too, but still. But anyway, today's session was very, very good. And my question is, another one is that I forgot every day to ask, can we do this meditation anytime, anywhere, or it has to be certain timings?
I can answer that. Sorry, yeah, that question is basic enough that I can attempt an answer. Yes, Binaji, you can do it anytime, anywhere, at home, on the bus, in the movie theater, on a roller coaster, wherever you are. The point is where your attention is. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I know. Energy goes where attention goes, energy flows. I know. And another thing was that soaking the water, when I come home, I immediately do that. Because I don't know, I feel happy. That's why I do it. It's my habit.
That's
so
it.
no, do have to do before starting the meditation, the way we do it in today, we are doing.
It's recommended in the evening if you can do it before your evening meditation, because it clears everything out. Okay. And then you sit for meditation. It's much better, right? Other than if you do it the other way around, it's more difficult. So.
No. Whenever I come here for meditation, also I wash my feet and everything, wash my face and all. Then I come, but anyway, I'll do it. That's okay. And I do it in the morning too.
Great.
Going out. So that was wonderful. It looks like 20, you are saying 18 days. It doesn't look like that we have done 18 days together. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that, right? And the way you have brought such a great yogis and all with so many years of experience, and the way they are sharing their knowledge is incredible. It's called real wealth which they are sharing. And
really, I tell you, everyone who has shared their experiences, their talents, it's like just a gem. I'm in awe of all of them, really.
Me too. I mean, I'm nowhere in this, but I can feel that somebody's pulling you up. It's like a healing, the way we do Reiki and all. It's kind of form of Reiki too, right?
Well, Reiki is different and Sahaja Yoga is different. I think we can leave it at that.
But the energy traveling from you guys, I don't know where you all are sitting and where we are sitting, still you feel so connected. That's amazing and beautiful. Excellent sessions. And today was really something different. I don't know what was there. I think Dr. Andrei, Sujata's music, and Sylvia's meditation was wonderful when she started in the beginning. It was great. Thank you. And I would like to be connected with these people, how can we get connected to them?
Just keep coming and we'll connect you.
Okay. Thank you. Take care.
All right.
Namaste. A lot of blessings to all of you guys. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Victoria, please go ahead.
There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you, everybody. I agree that there was just something extraordinary tonight for me as well. Sylvia, I think this is the first time I really experienced the foot soak as its own sacred thing. And the thought you put into explaining the whole phenomena and bringing in the element of grace, I just felt that grace.
Oh, that's so great. Wonderful.
Yeah, and now I just have a different feeling about doing the foot soak entirely.
Oh, fantastic.
And I really look forward to doing it instead of thinking, oh, it's just got one more thing I got to check off the list, you know. The whole presentation of the sequencing of the meditation tonight just felt opening and soothing and integrating on top of the usual somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's just a deepening of the whole process, and then to have the gift of the singing, oh my goodness, to be sung to. So I'm just thanking you deeply, all of you, the comments and the care. And I do have a question about my experience earlier today of my home meditation. I think it's been happening since the crown chakra work yesterday, that I'm feeling like this squiggling. When I, throughout the day, it's just like this little squiggling going on up here, like I'm wearing a little squiggly cap. And when I did my meditation, it was just like a little more pronounced. And it just seems like it's just continuing to do that. And it's like when I pay attention to it, I notice it more, but it's really kind of squiggling on its own much of the time. So is that a new state, or is that a clearing? Do I have to get used to squiggling, or what's the thing here?
Sylvia, please go ahead.
Did you call on me?
Yeah, please.
Oh, Victoria, good for you. Congratulations. That's just lovely. I mean, it manifests a little differently, like Dr. Andrei was saying, each person is different. But the squigglies, that's a beautiful way to describe it. I mean, there's 1,000 million nerve endings here. A yogi can correct me if I'm wrong, but I recall Shri Mataji saying 1,000 million nerve endings here in the Sahasrara. And when Kundalini comes up, that's her job in this lifetime for us, to awaken those. Now, we may not ever get all of them awakened. Sahasrara means 1,000. So to begin with, there's 1,000 petals, we say, petals. And so you can imagine this wonderful, glorious awakening or easing of the electrical system, the central nervous system, the nerves, this traveling and awakening and enlivening of all of these centers is going on. And you're sensitive, you're feeling it, and it's a beautiful thing. Congratulations, it's a beautiful thing. So does it settle down after a while? It does and it doesn't, I suppose we could say. Yes, it will become normalized, so you're not always going, oh, squigglies, which is a pretty nice thing, really. But it's kind of like before smoke, there's fire. And before the steady, cool breeze, I would say is the tingling, which you've described. But as you are, it's perfect. And for each one, it'll manifest in its own perfect way. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it's an amazing process. Can I ask a question too about the ego and the super ego bubbles, or this whole thing?
Yep.
So I'm trying to remember at what point, which chakra we were working on. I think it might have been the heart or the Vishuddhi, where I literally felt a thumping right where you indicated that, which is the right side is the superego. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it really felt like a knocking and a thumping going on there. And I wonder, and
that's the heart projection on that side where you're poking.
Right there. That's a heart.
Oh, just a second. Doctor, you have to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Sorry.
The heart chakra itself is projected right in the middle, right where the Kundalini first flows out. So if you think about the middle of our head as a round thing, right? So the sides of the round are the left and the right hearts, right? And in the right, it's really all about the heart. We come back to this. I think we've already said this a few times tonight. So right where you're showing, it's close to the middle, a little bit on the side. That would be the heart projection of that side, right? So as you're showing with the right hand, it'll be the left heart. Okay. The Vishuddhi projection is somewhere here. The Nabi is further. So the third chakra, it's just a little down from there. So sometimes it's not totally clear. But if it's really towards the top of the head is the heart, if it's a little bit down here-ish, it's more connected with the Nabi, the belly chakra.
Okay, yeah, it was down a little bit on the side.
So as it moves, right, but it's great. You're clearly sensitive on the head projection area, and it's really helpful to be sensitive. And some people start with the hands, some start in their body, some are sensitive on their head projection. But sensitive is good because this is our map.
Okay, that's interesting because I don't feel an awful lot through my hands. But it's interesting.
Everybody starts in a different place.
Okay, so even if it's maybe my toes sometimes are even more than my hands. So it doesn't matter.
There are some people who are more sensitive with the toes and their soles.
Okay, so just pay attention to everything, right?
Well, it speaks by itself. I mean, we didn't tell you anything. You felt all of this on your own. You know what I mean? Like this is, the spirit owns the body. It tells it what it needs to know.
So then if I don't know immediately what it correlates to, I can just say, mother energy, just that out for me.
Clear it out. You can just ask,
yes,
mother, please clear it out.
There is the chart that maybe was circulated with the projections or will be.
It will be. We haven't really gone into all these details.
You will also have it at some point.
Yeah. It's so yeah. For those who don't know, the chakras in our body, in the spine, also have places like on our fingers, also on our toes, on our head, on our arms, and all that. But we haven't really looked into it as of now. We will in the intermediate course.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, but Victoria, you nailed the point, because even if you don't really know what something means, you can just put your hand there, and if it is not a pleasing sensation, or if it is not a cool flow of energy, you can just ask Mother Kundalini, please clear this out. That's it.
Okay, perfect.
The spirit and Kundalini know their jobs very well. We don't have to specify.
Very efficient.
Very efficient. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I love that you love the simplicity.
I get lost in trying too hard. So this is medicine for that part of me. This is perfect.
All right. Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so next person, and this, yeah, please go ahead. Batul, what is your question tonight?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for the program. I have a question for Doctor about the chakras. I wanted to know if, like, the chakras, like for the base chakra is root chakra is red, the other one is orange, and the other one is yellow, and the heart until up is different color. Are they in these energy colors? Do they have actual colors inside our body, or they are outside our body? I mean, are they on the spinal cord, the energies, or
right.
out?
So the colors associated with the chakras, they're associated, again, there's layers and layers of this reality, moving from the pure vibrations, right, which are pure light. There is nothing, it's divine energy with barely anything else in it, to our body and stones and the sky and all of that. So there's so many layers, and in different layers, obviously color also can go from a little, more gross, if we want to call it, right, to subtler. The color in a rainbow is pretty subtle because it's almost the pure light vibration. You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
That we perceive due to the play of laws of physics. And, the red of the blood flowing on the ground, it's a bit more, towards the other end, right? And there's many levels in between. So the chakras is at their subtlest end, which is just the divine energy that is starting to interface with the matter. They don't have any color as such, right? But as they take more material layers on them, then they correspond to certain things, right? From things in our body, in our universe, and so on and so forth. And part of that is the color, is the vibration of the color, and it's the scale of the color. Eventually, when you mix them all together, it goes back to white, right? It's the integration is back to white. But which is the truth? Is the rainbow the truth, or is the white is the truth? Well, they're all true, right, at their level. And this is why people wear, this color and this stone for this chakra and all of this, but one can go a little woohoo with that one too, right? Yeah. So we just need to look at it from the light version of things, and eventually to enjoy, as Mataji said in the video. And I mean, you come from, are you Persian sort of background?
Yes, I'm Persian.
Yeah. Okay, so we have obviously a place where they made many beautiful things over thousands of years, right?
Are you Persian?
When you look at one of those, and Shimaraji talked about carpets in the video itself, right?
Yes.
When you talk about those, I mean, if we start to look at every single detail, we would never finish, right? But it's so easy to just get lost in just looking at it. You just look at it and enjoy every color all in the same time, right? So yes, there is some parts to it, but we're past the therapeutics, right, Sajju? Because we don't need to go to that stuff, but we admire the beauty of it.
Yeah, because I heard some fruits, like some colors are special for some chakras, like bananas for the stomach and red one.
Yes, I would say that, Batul, that there's a lot of knowledge out there, and a lot of conflicting knowledge also, which says this chakra is good for this thing, and this color is there in that chakra and all that. So what I would recommend is that we don't focus on these details for now. What color is which chakra, whether this fruit is good or not. Let us focus on the central technique of Sahaja Yoga, which is the vibrations, getting the Kundalini up and getting to meditation.
Is there a book? Can you tell me?
There are books. So I think on our website, we should have more detailed resources available. And if not, then we can probably put it on the WhatsApp group or something. There are books available for beginners which have all these details. So you could go through the books. It's a good solution as well. Mm-hmm. But right now, because we have so many other people, and I know how much knowledge out there is there in the internet and through books and literature, and So it's best that we don't focus on the details so much for now, just the central part, which is the meditation. After that, we'll discuss about colors and everything. They have significances, no doubt about it, but it's not important right now, is what I would say.
Yeah. And can I ask one question about
Please,
doctor? Does about doctor, do you have any website or any channels? Are you doing research about this Sahaja Yoga, or?
There are some people who have done quite nice research about different aspects and interactions with health and all of that. I myself work in a field where that wouldn't be directly possible. I know the people who have done those are compiled in different places, and we will look into one or two places where there is little lists of the research done about Sahaja Yoga and different aspects of, medicine, biology, and so on.
Yeah, actually, last night I had, if possible, I just say it so quick. I had a dream that I am in a anatomy lab, and they took like a subtle system out of somebody's body, but I didn't know whose body is that. And I heard a voice said, these are all chakras on the spinal cord, and they were color, like special colors on these spinal cord.
I see. So yeah, dreams do suggest that these chakras exist within us. That might have been just that.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate that. That was amazing.
Thanks. All right. So I think we will now call it a night because it's getting late, and the East Coast especially. So what we will do is, if the tech team is up to it, we can actually play the video that we could not look at earlier. And after that, we'll call it a night. So while the tech team is preparing that, we have one question from Kyle. So Kyle, please go ahead. Do you mind? Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to wait for everybody to ask their questions and everything. Sure. But I wanted to say, I feel like everybody brings the same amount of energy every night, but I think everybody's feeling the energy of this better and better each night, that that they're experiencing it better, so that's why they're coming on saying, you guys made this so amazing tonight. Because I think everybody every night is doing an amazing job. But I hope I'm not offending anybody by asking this or sounding like a stupid white guy or something.
No. Please go ahead.
What was the purposes behind her wearing the bindi on her head? Okay. I know it could be. Let me say, because I
that's an honest question.
What it's about, because it could be because of religious purposes and marriage, and also because the chakra, it is blocking the third
you just said everything. You answered your own question basically.
Oh, because is it all?
It's all three.
Really?
It's all of them. Yeah.
Is there any other reasons?
So the reason why, in India, in Hindu culture in India especially, married women wear that red mark on their forehead to signify that they are married women.
Yeah.
And also we believe that red is an auspicious color, that it wards off negative energies. So when you put it there on your forehead, it helps that chakra right there. By giving it that sense of auspiciousness, and you're marking yourself, saying that this chakra of mine is auspicious. And so that's it. And usually women wear it, although men also put it on sometimes. But this is, I would say, very specific to India. I don't know if in other countries they have this practice or not. So,
yeah.
No, but you answered your own question, Kyle.
Yeah, I figured it was because of the chakra for sure, and you know what? I figured it was for all three. So, yeah. But I've known a lot of people that are because of all three also. Yeah. So as soon as I found out about her and you guys taught me about her, I figured that was the reason. But I kind of wanted to ask about it. But thank you.
That's an honest question, Kyle. Don't worry. Don't sound white or anything like that.
Well, you know what? There might be other people in the audience.
I'm sure most people were curious about it. You just voiced their curiosity. That's fine. Totally fine.
That's why I kind of waited to the end and a bunch of days later.
Totally fine. No worries.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So if the tech team has the video ready, the Ksham video, we can listen to it, and great. Yeah.
Ksham, Hum, Ksham, Hum.
All right. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, there was a comment that asked for this video to be made a resource on the website. We will definitely look into that and try to make it available for people. So that was great. I did see that a few questions were addressed to me personally in the chat. I wasn't able to answer them. So if you could put it on the WhatsApp group or reach me through WhatsApp, I can try to answer those questions also. All right. So with that, we will conclude this wonderful session and hope to see you all tomorrow, same time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, for day 19. And so see you all. Good night. And I hope you have a great week ahead of you. Bye.
Thank you so much for everything tonight.
Thank you for coming.
Good night.
Good night.